Hello everyone, welcome back to JDCodebase. This is the web development series. In today's video, we are going to start the backend development. And the first technology we will learn in this is the Node.js. Now, if you already know JavaScript from the browser, this topic will be very interesting because now we are going to use the same JavaScript language on the server side. So in this video, we will understand what Node.js actually is and why Node.js was created, Node.js architecture, what the V8 engine is, the event-driven and non-blocking model, and finally we will learn our first Node.js program. So let's start. Now, what is Node.js? Node.js is a JavaScript runtime environment that allows us to run the JavaScript outside the browser. Means before Node.js existed, uh, JavaScript had only one job, and that job was running inside the browser. For example, if you write JavaScript inside an HTML file by in the script tags, it runs in the Chrome, in the Firefox, or in any browser. But that means JavaScript mainly used for the DOM manipulation, button clicks, form validation, UI interaction. So JavaScript was basically front end only at that time, in the initial time. But developer wanted to use JavaScript for the backend development also. They wanted to build the things like API, web services, backend logic, real-time application, and this is where Node.js come in. Node.js allow us to run the JavaScript on the server, not just in the browser. So now we can use the JavaScript everywhere in the front end also in the back end also. This make development easier because we do not have to learn multiple language. Means for backend you have to learn the Java or Python or any other language. For that you can use the JavaScript for both of them. Now, why Node.js was created? Before Node.js, backend development was mostly done using the language like PHP, Java, Python, Ruby, and these languages were powerful. But there was only one problem, that the front-end developer were already using the JavaScript. Backend developer were using a completely different language. So teams had to maintain two different tech stack. And developer wanted something simpler. They wanted one language for front end and one and backend also, because this can make it faster server, better support for the real-time application like chat application. So in 2009, a developer named the Randall created the Node.js. His idea was simple. Let's use the JavaScript for the server-side programming, and this idea became the extremely popular. And today Node.js is used by many big companies like Meta also. Now, what can we build with the Node.js? With the Node.js, we can build many types of application. For example, we can build the REST API, real-time chat application, and streaming apps, service like video or audio platform. We can also build this server, backend server, microservices, and even command line tools. Many large companies use the Node.js in the 2026 right now, and some popular examples are like Netflix, LinkedIn, Uber, PayPal. This show how powerful Node.js can be. Now, Node.js architecture. This is the most important concept in the Node.js. That is the Node.js architecture is the Node.js follows something called the single-threaded event loop architecture. And this may sound complicated at first, but let's break it down step by step. Like traditional server usually create a new thread for every request, right? Means for if there are the 1000 user using a visiting website, traditional servers may create 1000 thread for that. And more threads means more memory usage and more overhead. But Node.js more work differently. So Node.js mainly work with a single main thread, and instead of creating many threads, Node.js uses something called an event loop. And the basic flow looks like a client send a request to the server, and the request goes to the event loop. and the event loop process the request using the non-blocking operations, and once the task is completed, the response is sent back to the client. Because of this design, Node.js can be handle many requests efficiently. Now, single threaded model. Node.js mainly run on one main thread. Every time interviewers ask whether the Node.js JavaScript is a single threaded or multi-threaded, so answer is a single threaded because Node.js work on the single main thread, and this thread handle incoming request. Instead of blocking the system, it uses the asynchronous operation, and this gives several benefits. Like first one is the memory usage is very low. Second is the performance is faster for many types of application, and third one is the Node.js can handle thousands of connection at the same time. That is why Node.js is very powerful, very popular for high traffic application. Now, what is the V8 engine? Node.js uses the V8 engine to run the JavaScript code, and V8 is created by the Google, and it is also used inside the Google Chrome browser. And what V8 does is very interesting is that normally JavaScript is a high level language, right? Means you can write the code, and computer don't understand the JavaScript directly like we are writing the English alphabets and const or these. So we means machine are not able to understand, computer do not understand that JavaScript directly, they understand the machine code. So V8 engine convert the JavaScript code into the machine code, and it does this very quickly. Because of this fast conversion, Node.js application run very efficiently. That is the one of the main reason for Node.js performance. Now, what is the event driven programming? Node.js listen for events. An event could be many things. For example, a user send the request, a file being read, a database returning the data, a timer finishing, and when one of these event happen, Node.js run a callback function. So the idea is simple: an event occur, then Node.js trigger the function that should handle that event. So this approach makes the application efficient and scalable. Now, blocking versus non-blocking. In traditional blocking system, if one request is being processed, other request may have to wait until the first one is completed. For example, request 1 comes, the server process it, other request must wait until it finishes. So this can slow down the server, and Node.js work differently. Node.js uses the non-blocking operation. This means multiple requests can be processed without waiting for each other. So request 1, request 2, request 3 can start the processing at a same time, and this is the one reason Node.js handle many user efficiently. Now installing the Node.js. So let's open a browser and just type the Node.js and click the first thing, nodejs.org, and here you can get the Node.js, and you can select your operating system, Windows, Mac operating system, Linux, and just use the this command line tools and paste in the terminal and press the all the accept the all the conditions, and just you can install it directly. And after installing, you can test it by using the node-v for the if Node.js is installed correctly, you will see the Node.js version like I have 22.20.0. Also the npm version, node package manager, this is also essential. And here also you will see the version number 10.9.3. so let's run your first Node.js script. So open your VS Code and make a file app.js, and just write console.log here, and write hello from node.js, and just run this node app.js. I get hello from the node.js. So you should see you are seeing the output here, and you just executed your first Node.js program. Now Node.js use cases. Node.js is the best used for the application like API, real-time application, chat application, streaming platform, microservices. However, Node.js is not ideal for the heavy CPU intensive tasks like very large scientific calculation. For those tasks, other programming language may prefer the better others. So this video is in this video we learn what Node.js is, why it was created, Node.js architecture, V8 engine, event-driven model, blocking versus non-blocking, and also we also run our first Node.js program. In the next video we'll start learning Node.js core concept and modules. So if you like learn something new, like the video, subscribe to JDCodebase. If you have doubt, comment it, and thank you for watching.